Pastels. So what I'm actually going to do with the Pan Pastels today is use it with one of my favorite inks, the Versamark Watermark Clear Ink, and some Tim Holtz stamps. Actually, I'm going to be using this set right here. So I've got my stamp, and then what I'm going to do is just ink it up using the Versamark. Okay, then just roll that on. I'm not too worried about placement. Can you see that? Probably not very, which is good because that's actually what we want. We want it to just be a clear image. Versamark is a sticky ink. It actually grabs hold of the ink. And I've got some Pan Pastels, or Pan Pastels as we like to call them here, just because we're a little different. And I'm going to take our sponges and just wipe some color on there. I'm going to use some different colors. I'm not sure if they'll go well together, but just for the fun. But see how my image is starting to pop? And now I'll put some green on there. And I'm blending it over top a little bit of the pink area to get that gradient look. And now I'm going to use this blue. And again, a little over the green. And there's my image. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to stamp a sentiment right over top, which you can do that with the Pan Pastels. So I've got one of the sentiments, the sentiment that comes with that set. And I'm using VersaFine black ink. I adore VersaFine. It is the only ink I recommend for sentiments or finely detailed stamps, and actually it says on here captures fine detail, so it's made specifically for detailed stamps. Now this will probably go on crooked because I stamp everything crooked. I try hard, but this works out that way. I'm going to stamp right over top. I picked it up cleanly. See how it stamps nicely right over there? Now what I'm going to do is actually use a little bit of some more glitter I showed in the previous video. We're going to cover that, so we'll get the tag going. Cover that up. And this is the double-sided tape that we do recommend using. Scrap and Great Deals carries it in many different sizes, and also in individual paper sheets, where if you're just doing a few small projects, I would definitely go with just the 8.5 by 11 paper sheet size. You get 5 sheets in a package. Right now as well, Pan Pastels are on sale this week, and I'm trying to think what this week started with. I know yesterday was the 12th because it was my husband's birthday. So if you look on the website and they're still on sale, they're a great price, just over $4. So now I've got, whoops, give that a little burnish, my tape on here. And where did I put my clear stuff? And I have no idea, so we're going to do something else. We're going to put beads on it, and I'm using the Martha Stewart microfine glass beads that we carry. That's how I craft at home too. If I can't find it, I just use the next best thing. So because I'm also a messy crafter and I can't find stuff quite often, so I've gotten pretty good at improvising. And also the reason I'm using the beads, well, this isn't true, I'm just making this up, but because I got that little ripple in my glue, it would have showed when I used my glitter, but using the glass beads, it actually covers up where my tape buckled. So I'm just actually going to burnish that on there. And there. The beads are stuck right to it and they won't come off. See? And it's on there. So I hope you like that, and that was using the Pan Pastels, our double-sided tape, and the Martha Stewart glass micro beads made a surprise appearance. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks. Bye.